Now we're going to look at placing some other things we noticed in the painting. So if we look here, some of the other colors that we could list that we see, I see stuff that's green, I see stuff that's brown, I see stuff that's black. If I ask somebody where the green stuff is, the best answer would probably be next to the brown stuff. So that kind of tells me we got to put the brown parts in there first. So there's a road that acts kind of like a path, and we've done a path before that looks like it's going away from us. So we're going to put that in there. So if I look from one corner to the other, it looks like this road here, it starts in the middle and then it winds its way into the background. So we're going to try to have that same effect. So I'm going to clean out my brush, squeeze out the extra water. I'm trying to control it and make something smaller than these big areas we painted so far. So I don't want to have too much water in there and lose control of what my paint's doing. So looking at the painting, I see that the road seems to start here in the middle, but it goes kind of to the side this way, and then it turns and it goes into the background. But I want to convince people that it really goes away from me, or you could go running down that road if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in. I'm going to keep the road that's in the back small and skinny, and as I come forward, I'm going to pull my brush so it spreads out. It seems to get bigger. You guys have told me lately when we're looking at stuff, the stuff that's closest to us looks bigger, the stuff far away in the background seems smaller. When I look at the painting, I notice there's a little road, I guess there's another one that crisscrosses this one that's coming from this direction in the corner. Then when I look over, I can see there's another one in the other corner that's curving towards us as well. So I'm going to go ahead and place those. So nobody can argue with me that they're not in the corners, so it's very easy to place those in the right place in the painting. Once I've done the roads, then I can think about those green things that are beside them. It looks like there's some plants growing in the field that have turned sort of green in color. So I'm going to get my brush ready. So I'm squeezing out that extra water, and I'm going to get the green on there. I'm loading it on my brush. And instead of doing, so far I've done brush strokes and brush marks, I'm going to try doing something called stippling, where I make it look like little plants along the road there. So I see some on this side of the road. So I'm going to do a technique called stippling, where I take my brush, I dab, and to me that looks more like little plants growing there on the side of the road. Then I see some on this side. When I'm looking really carefully, I don't see any on this part, but I do see some over here. So I'm going to make that observation, and I'm going to put that into my artwork. So we're trying to do what we see Vincent Van Gogh doing in his artwork. So later when we make our own paintings, we have more ideas about how to put things in there. So now, I could call this Wheatfield, but I couldn't call it Wheatfield with crows yet. So you guys are going to catch up to me, and then we're going to talk about the last few steps.